This video covers the very basics and getting started with your School World teacher site. To edit your site, you're going to go to the District Staff Resource page and you're going to click on Teacher Sites. When you click on Teacher Sites, it's going to ask you for your login and password. If you're brand new and don't know that information, you can contact Eric or Lori and they should be able to help you locate that information. Once you click on Teacher Site, it's going to bring you to a management page. And it starts off on your site content. This is where you're going to see all of the pages that are on your website that are turned on. You're going to see up at the top it says on site, and you're going to see off site, or you have the word all. If you're looking for a page and you can't find it, chances are it's off site, so you could just click off site or all to locate the pages that you've turned off. If you're just starting, this is the first time you've logged in, then you're going to see a whole bunch of pages on here, and they're going to have introductory messages on there. You're going to want to turn those pages off until you get something on there that's informative to your parents and students. For now, I'm going to start with just my introductory page, and that's the first thing you're going to want to start with. To edit this, I'm just going to click Edit Main Page. I want to point out I do have a sub-page connected to my main page, and I can edit that from this same screen too. But I'm going to go to the main screen for just a minute. And when I get there, you're going to see, if I scroll down, it looks very similar to something like Word, where you have a toolbar at the top and then you type and edit here in the middle of the screen. And you're going to want to take out whatever welcome message is there and add your own to your students. And you just select it and backspace or delete either one, and it'll take out the message that's there. And then you can change font. And then you've got the bold. You've got all the normal tools up at the top. If you want to change to center, over to the left or right or middle, that's all there. You've also got some options that you may not see. Mine is open. You've got a little arrow. If I click this arrow over to the right, it's going to open up more tools. So keep in mind you've got advanced settings over to the right. We're going to look at adding a picture first, because one thing you may want to do is add some kind of personal touch to your picture. So once you get your welcome message, I'm going to scoot down just so I have some room, and I just clicked and spaced. The little, almost looks like a calendar, but it's an image gallery. I'm going to click on that. And I have added some pictures. You're not going to have all these pictures on yours, but you are going to have clip art, and I'm going to show you how to use clip art. So we're going to click on the clip art button. And you've got options with different clip arts. Of course, there's going to be one that's called School. If I just click on that, it's going to open up pictures that may be relevant to my subject area. And I'm just going to choose one. We'll do the Rubik's Cube for fun. I'm going to click on that. Whoops, I double clicked and it automatically went to my page. Now, one thing I want to point out, the easiest way to get the picture where you want it is to get your cursor right where you want to put the picture in the first place. If you don't, you're just going to have to use your spacing tool to get it where you want it. It's kind of hard to get it centered right unless you are really working at it. Anyway, you can space it, move it around the way you want to. One thing you're going to want to do almost immediately is to save it. I'm going to go ahead and take it off because I don't want to leave anything on this page right now. But that is how you get started, just with getting a picture and a message up on your first page. And then click Save. I want to show you one more thing over here. You have site content, but you also have applications, advanced setting, management, and a change site design. I want to go here for just a minute. I'm going to click on that. This is what the background on my site looks like right now. If you click on my home page, it's going to look like this. Page design allows me to choose all different kinds of settings. I may want to change it to the ocean breeze and pretend like I'm on summer break. Hopefully you are. I may want to go even something more in line with my subject. If I teach science or some fun, there's a dinosaur. You can play around with this, but change your site design to fit what you want it to be. I will advise you, if you do it seasonally, make sure you go on at least every now and then and change it. You don't want someone to click on a winter scene in the middle of summer. It makes it obvious that you're out of date on your teacher site. You can add pictures and you can add icons and different things, and you can play around with all the tools up here. I'm not going to go through that right now, but all of these let you edit your main theme, if you want to call it that, theme of your website. And that's under Change Site Design. Once you've edited a page and you want to view and see what it looks like, you've got a View Site button you can always click on, and this will open your website so you can see how far you've gone with it and what it looks like to parents or to anyone looking at your website. Going back to teacher sites, I want to just go to a couple of things and show you under applications. There is a blog, and right now I've got this turned on, and to maintain your blog, you're first going to go and set up the intro, the blog title. If you want this password protected so that only students can post, you can set up password protection, and you have lots of options at the bottom. You can allow comments to students. You can set it where you authorize the comments before those are shown. They can add emails, lots of options with the blog. Play around with that. You've got some fun things, especially for the older students or the ones you're really wanting to practice with writing. Under Advanced Settings, this is where you're going to get to your classes and students. If you want to give your students homework assignments or tests through your website, there's a way to do that, and that's all under the Advanced section. Under Management tab, you have a few things I want to point out. Visitor Stats is really interesting. If you click on this, you're going to see how many visits you get to your website, and I will promise you, if you don't touch your website all year long, you're not going to get many visits at all. If you take your students to your website and you show them how to get there and you show them what is available on your website, they will use your website, especially the older ones. The younger ones, if the parents know how to get there, they will use it as well. So you can kind of track who's visit or how many visits you're getting in on which pages. It'll kind of tell you what's important to people too. One thing you can see, one of the fun things to do is to create puzzles. I don't use this often because I don't deal with students. My pages are more for teachers. So my puzzles pages obviously is not viewed very often. It's usually when I'm just pointing out the feature that teachers even go there. So that's all under Management. User options, you can change your password here. If you accidentally delete something that you didn't mean to delete, if you go back to content history, you can backtrack and go to page changes. I'm not going to click any of this, but if you go to page changes, it gives you the option to revert back to that particular view of the web page. So you can undo deletes if you need to. Okay, so that is what all is under your Management tab, so don't overlook that part. One more thing on site content I wanted to point out. If there's something that you want to add, like a main section that's not available, you could just click Add Main Section, and it will let you create your own title for a page. You can enter it, just the title here. I usually put the same title here, and then I create that section, and that'll create a page that you'll be able to edit. If you want to add a subpage, that option is right underneath your main page. I'll go to my site for just a minute and show you. Under Smart, you can see I have different subtabs. So that's what it's going to look like if you add a subtab on your page. So those are just some other features of the website that you may want to take advantage of.